Hi, welcome to Sephra's world. My name is Sephra, and this is my world. So, I just wanted to touch in a little bit about some of the Star Wars stuff. This last week or two has been really kind of exciting because people are starting to get excited about Star Wars again. Some of the channels that I watch have been getting suckered into all these He's, they think that they have the new title. There's title leaks, and it's so obvious when um, these title leaks come out because you can tell they're not the title. Like the Force is balanced. Of course, that's not a title. Son of Darkness. No, that's not a title. There's been a few people get all excited. They rush on and make their little videos, and they often admit that they're not sure if these are even titles, but they got to get their clicks, got to get their clicks. And it's pretty hilarious to see these people frantically trying to get clicks because a lot of these channels kind of evolved after the Last Jedi fiasco. And so they're all up and coming, so they're trying to make their daily click. And as just a casual observer and a casual babbler of the Star Wars, I wrote blogs for a couple of years, and now I've kind of talk more on YouTube because it's easier than typing all the time, so I don't get carpal tunnel when I'm trying to actually write books. Um, it's pretty hilarious, but one of the things that's kind of bugging me about some of these newer Star Wars channels is that they're getting kind of hateful. And I've been kind of noticing this over the last few months, and it makes me sad because I first started watching some of my favorite channels because I agreed with their passion about some of the things that bothered them about Last Jedi and bothered me too. So I felt a kinship with some of these channels. But of course, I am a creator, a working creator in the entertainment business, so perhaps I understand more than some of these people who run these channels about how it actually all works when it comes to the entertainment field. And sometimes I find these channels almost are running into like paranoid rantings and all these things, and like calling for Kathleen Kennedy to resign. That's got nothing to do with anything. She does a hell of a lot more than just dealing with Star Wars. She produces all kinds of things all the time. She's not sitting there like listening to all your whining. She should listen to strategic and heartfelt fans that are upset with the direction the trilogy is going, absolutely. But at the end of the day, she hires the creators, and it's really the creators who should be paying attention to what's going on. She's just the producer who puts the creators together. And, she signs off on some stuff, but not all. So I don't think a lot of these people really understand how it all works, and that firing her isn't really going to do anything with the things that these people are actually unhappy about, including myself. Um, I do have hope for episode 9 that it will be entertaining because it seems to me like from what I can see from the few little speckles I can kind of decipher between all the noise, is that they do want to appease the old fans and hang on to the new fans. And it's going to be tricky because they did split the fan base with the way they approach this trilogy. And so it'll be very interesting to see what episode 9 has to offer. Now, I do really hope that they aren't going to start bringing back old characters because they made it very clear in The Last Jedi that we have to kill the past and move forward. Yet I keep hearing rumors of various people from other, like Lando or Palpatine and this and that coming back, maybe even Darth Vader himself. And of course, I've said many, many times, I've said this since The Force Awakens came out, that Darth Vader should have been in it all along, dealing with Kylo. So why we have never seen him yet, and at this point it doesn't even matter anymore. It would have been more interesting to see Kylo talking to him in The Force Awakens and in The Last Jedi, so we understand where Kylo's at and why he twigged on to the dark side of Darth Vader instead of the redemption side, right? Then, of course, there's all these rumors that Kylo Ren's not the big bad guy anymore. Not that he ever was. Snoke was the big bad. And I don't know if I don't believe Snoke's dead by any means, just like I don't believe Luke's dead. I don't believe Han's dead for that matter. I've talked about that at length, how I had a whole theory that Kylo and Han had planned to trick Snoke and Han is actually alive somewhere. And it was just, sort of like it was just a fake out so that Kylo looked stronger and then he was going to be like kind of a spy from for from the inside and saving everything. But again, like even if they go with that idea, which is just something I thought up one day, you know, even if they go with that kind of idea, it doesn't matter anymore because we don't even know what Kylo is anymore. And I've heard they're going to fast forward it to like about 5 years later, thank God, because then we can see some of these characters established. They better not have any Reylo crap. I'm looking forward to seeing what the actual title will be, and I'm looking forward to seeing when they drop the first trailer. And it's not a big conspiracy, they're just trying to make a nice movie. And so I hope some of these Star Wars channels that I used to enjoy settle down because now they're all just becoming really racist white wing things, which is what Disney had accused them of being from the beginning, and they all said they weren't. And now it's starting to some of the colors are starting to show, and it makes me sad because I really enjoyed a lot of these channels before they got all political. And now, whether you're on the right or the left, all this political stuff is really just a lot of noise, and it's really just Americans having issues with what's going on in their country, and but the rest of the world has to watch all this. And Star Wars has always been somewhat political. I mean, look at those prequels. It's all just blah blah politics. So and Star Wars has always been diverse. So I don't know why it suddenly wasn't, or people decided it wasn't. I don't know. Anyways, it's a huge mess in the fandom, and I just hope we get a nice story for episode 9. So that's today's thoughts about all that. Don't forget to subscribe if you want any more thoughts or horoscopes or rants or writer's prompts. I do all kinds of things on Sephra's World. So, yeah, come along for the ride and enjoy.